Yo, welcome to a brand new episode of Society and Pop Culture 101. I am Instructor BK Spades,
I'm Instructor Novocaine.
and we're going to have a great show for you today. But before we get into all that, Novocaine, let them know what you got to do for us, what they got to do for us.
Make sure everyone, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and comment, leave comments, engage with us. Do all the things, okay? Do all the things.
And by the way, I know a lot of people don't know this, but we do have a website now.
Oh, sure
and that
do.
Novocaine, tell them the website.
I'm sorry. I just took a bite. I told you I was going to do it.
Pregnancy stuff. I'll tell you the website.
I'm pregnant.
The website.
Society and Pop
is
Culture 101.com.
There we go. www.societyandpopculture101.com. Anyway, so make sure if you everything you need from us will be on that site. We're still building. It's coming together really nice, but you can go check it out, look around right now if you want to, and catch up on older episodes and newer episodes like this one that will be available next Thursday.
Yes.
So the internet has been ringing and buzzing these past couple of days.
The internet.
Our favorite place to be. Hey Christian.
Hey JB. Hey Christian.
So JB. So the internet's been buzzing about Druski again because he does this thing. And it's very controversial. This is not the first time he's done it. It's like the second or third. But anyway, he does whiteface, for lack of a better term. It has mixed emotions on the internet. Very mixed. Very mixed. I'm not playing the video here, but I'm
pretty sure y'all seen it though. To our viewers, if you haven't seen it, go check it out on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Just type in Druski name is his most recent. Well, he just uploaded another video, but it's basically the most recent one. You'll see it. Him in a mullet.
Honestly, the makeup is very convincing.
Man. Hey, shout out to the makeup team real quick. Shout out to the makeup team because they snap. Okay?
Yeah, and to describe the video just a little bit. So basically what it is he's in overalls, he has a mullet, his skin is painted completely white.
With the sunburn.
And he's walking around
he got
the tailgating.
He got the American flag tattoos.
Yeah. So he was walking around NASCAR.
Yeah.
And he was doing the redneck thing.
Yes.
And unfortunately, for some people, this is very controversial. It was kind of funny. But I also
go ahead.
But I also understand the outrage and why some people would be mad. It got very mixed emotions and reactions, on the internet. But what are your thoughts on it, Novocaine?
Well, first of all, I am a very humorous person. I love all types of comedy, whether it's dark, light, funny, a little funny, as long as it's not too corny. I just do not do too corny. Druski's this skit with Druski was hilarious. I had actual tears in my eyes when I was laughing because of the reaction of everyone, and I already knew how it was going to be perceived by society. Druski is low-key becoming a comedic genius. Like the way he was walking through this video, like I said, the makeup was flawless. Like for a hot second, I didn't even realize it was Druski. Like I had to look at who posted it, and I was like, "That's him for real." That's that's
Yeah,
him
if
for real.
when I what I first saw was the guy who was like the Druski post look the dude he said Druski looks familiar because he looked just like old buddy, the dude
Yeah.
that was talking about it. I was like, yo, this dude looked just like Druski looked just
See what
like
I'm
this guy.
saying? See what I'm saying?
The
Christian
makeup
just
was on
said
point.
the makeup was on point. Okay, the interactions with the other people in the video was just, it was well done. Like, that type of person exists. Like, it was it was done in comedy. It wasn't done to pregnancy brain again, because first of all, this all I can think about is I just saw what JP said. Boy, are you lost? That's what just popped in my head.
So you're saying it was done in comedy and with respect to the people that he was making fun of or mocking in this
I don't
scenario.
think it was a stereotype type of thing. Like, it was a
Mm.
stereotypical. It was actually what people do. Like, that person exists out here in this world. So I don't I don't see any black folks having any type of outrage against it. Let's just say it already off bucks. No black person has any outrage against what Druski did because this guy exists. He exists. The people that are offended by this, sorry, maybe you should act differently. I don't know. I
So
don't know.
I hear you, but if you harken back to the days of old, and we're talking about back in the Jim Crow era, because this is where this ultimately being compared to, and you can also compare it to the slew of people that's done blackface, like the politicians and stuff, and how those things come back around, and
Hmm.
people are outraged by those moments. And JB, I see you in the comments when you said RDJ, and I'm gonna get to that in a
Yeah, we're
minute.
gonna get to that in a hot second. In a hot second.
Um, is it fair? I'm gonna say it like this: when we see people do blackface, we're instantly outraged by it, correct? But we set the
Instantly.
terms.
It depends.
I know it depends because again, RDJ, we're gonna get to that,
Hmm.
but we set the tone about what outrages us.
Hmm.
And if someone comes into the conversation, a white person comes into the conversations and tell the black community why they shouldn't be outraged by something, we instantly get mad about it. We're like, hold on, why are you in our business? Why are you here?
That's like one of those things, you know how when someone like, you got an attitude problem. Like, I don't even have an attitude. And then next thing you know, you're getting an attitude because they're saying that you have an attitude. It's like one of those things.
So I like to play the advocate in these, the devil's
Here we
advocate in the
go.
sense. I'm just saying, is it fair for us to be like, how dare you be mad about something Drewski did, even though it was done in good faith and it was funny? Like, is that for us to make those types of,
So
you know what I'm saying?
the reason why people get upset about blackface is because the history behind blackface. We all know that it was done because of, to show racism,
Mm-hmm.
to keep elevating the racists behind it. First of all, when these people had dressed up in blackface, tar, red lips, big old red lips, crazy looking hair. How many black people actually look like that?
None.
See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So they made a mockery when blackface, when this became a thing, when it first became a thing. No one got mad at Dave Chappelle when he did whiteface. No one got mad at Eddie Murphy when he did whiteface. When Druski did his last skit in whiteface, because it was a hood white boy, no one said anything. No one batted an eye. As soon as it's a southern white man portrayal, going to NASCAR, born in the USA, now we have to cancel him.
I wanted to see if you was gonna get around to that. That's why I kept pushing you. Oh, so
Hey, John. Hey, JJ. Hey,
Yo, what's
JJ.
up? We ain't seen JJ in a minute. What's up,
I
JJ?
know, right?
John, what's up? Hey, good to see you, man. Saying good to see you always. I popped in on y'all show last night. It was really great. Sports for you and everything you guys do is always funny. JB as well. JB
Sorry,
as well.
Zach. Sorry, Zach. We're not skipping you. You just keep on putting laughing and crying emotions. I'm not skipping you, Zach. We can never skip you, bro.
So, but back to my point though. To be fair in this entire conversation, there's no precedent for outrage with whiteface. Like there is a completely full history of what you just explained with the blackface.
Hmm.
I advise y'all if y'all ever get a chance to watch the movie Bamboozled. I think that's a good movie.
Mm,
This is random homework for you right there.
mm.
But but yeah, there's no precedent for it. And I think that's probably like the most important part of this conversation. Now, will there be precedent now, especially in the political climate that we're in? Maybe. Maybe. But it's gonna take a lot more people being outraged if they actually are outraged. I don't know if they're mad or not
I've
for
been
real.
seeing a
That's
lot of
just
mixed. I saw this one influencer. I was in her comment section. She's a young white lady. I want to say her name is Bo Grant. Maybe her that's her name. I'm not sure. But a lot of the people that were in her comment section were not offended. They were not offended. They found it very funny because one of them even straight up said, "I just walked past this type of guy today. You'll find him in on any given Sunday on in Alabama." That's how he said it.
I mean, it's kind of true though. As as a cat from Alabama, I can go down the street around the corner. It's a cat like that somewhere.
See what I'm saying?
But yeah. So let's talk about this RDJ thing because I
Hmm.
think this is probably like another very important part of this conversation because I've seen some rumblings of small pockets of black people being upset about this, about his portrayal in Tropic Thunder. Um, and I think they missed the key point of that entire character. And probably the most important part of that character is one, he was an actor playing an actor using blackface. Okay. He
I'm
was
just
a
a dude
dude
playing another dude playing
disguised as
just as
another.
another dude.
Yeah. So there's a big difference in
Hmm.
someone portraying a character about a stereotype or a situation that happened in history. That was
Hmm.
a that was them showing that this thing existed, it's ridiculous, and it was wrong.
Hmm.
It wasn't about them praising a white actor for being a black dude method acting throughout the whole movie. That was not what the role was.
Exactly.
It was literally him showing the ridiculousness of the Jim Crow era and those tactics that happened in movies. And it just wasn't blackface that was happening with. I think it was what was it Marlon Brando uh was did a Japanese or a Chinese man in a movie. I want to say Katherine Hepburn also did one in the movie. These
I
are
don't know
white
who them
people.
people.
This is white actors, famous white actors from like the 40s and 50s and 60s doing Asian stereotypes.
Mm.
And I think they probably got at least nominated for Oscars doing this type of thing. And this is stuff that happens all the time. So I think it's an important conversation to have. I think it's an interesting conversation to have, but I think we should make sure that we're doing our research around these things and we are actually trying to have an understanding for why these things exist. Am I saying Drewski's character is some think piece? I don't know. I don't think
I
Drewski
don't think so.
usually operates that way. It was probably something funny he was doing. He's probably playing homage to like Eddie Murphy and Dave Chappelle, like you mentioned earlier.
Hmm. He's a comedian.
He's a comedian.
Comedians
And
pay homage a lot,
to be fair, black comedians can do whiteface without the repercussions that white comedians can do blackface with.
and And that's all because of the history of blackface.
And it's all because of the history of blackface.
Because no one was mad about RDJ. I don't even know why people are even mad about if they trying to be fake mad now. When did Tropic Thunder come out? 2008? 2009?
Yeah, it was like a retro anger thing. But that's like the thing now. We got people that's analyzing shows and stuff, kind of like what we do on our study guide on CCN channel when we
Yeah.
do decide to put out episodes.
When we
But
do
anyway,
when we do the study guide.
yeah. So these people are going back retroactively analyzing these things, and we have to stop with the all or nothing when it comes down to these things. Because again, the world is very mixed in a nice shade of gray.
I've been seeing a lot of people talking about, oh, so white actors can do blackface with no backlash. I mean, if it's done right. Am I supposed to be mad at that?
Mm,
You was mad at RDJ?
no.
Oh,
Again, it's the context of it.
yes, it's the
JJ says,
context.
let's not forget a lot of male actors won awards for playing blackface characters.
Yes,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
yes, yes, they had.
Um, no, I was not mad about RDJ. In fact, it's probably like my favorite character from the movie because I know the history. I watched movies like Bamboozled. The Jim Crow era history is a very hard history to go through, but it's an interesting, full of interesting facts to learn, and I've done some of that at some point in my life. So by the
Hmm.
time I got to that RDJ movie, it didn't bother me because I understood
So,
the satire in it.
so if a white comedian decided to do it, I don't even think white comedians are comfortable enough to do it these days and times. Honestly, I don't think they are.
It's going to be hard for a white comedian to do this again because of the historical context. You
Mm,
have to cut through a lot of noise to get to, no matter how perfect it is, no matter how respectful it is,
there's
it's
gonna be
kind
some
of hard
pushback.
to be like, I'm gonna do this blackface and no one's gonna be mad about it. It's not
Oh,
true.
that's a good question, Christian. That was a good question because I don't remember any type of outrage for white chicks.
Was there this kind of outrage for white chicks? No. Everybody immediately thought it was funny.
Is it because it was white women and not a white man?
I think that played a lot into it. I think that's a good point too. Like, again, if there's no precedent for white face with males, there's no precedent for white face with females, especially men dressed like females. The way this country seems to work is everything comes in shifts. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
selective outrage. That's what it is.
is it selective outrage or is just how we're built? Because women think about how women got the right to vote. That didn't just come for white women because white men got the right to vote. It took a lot in between there, and other people like I think what black people got the right to vote for. Black men got the right to vote for white women, right? No, it's the other
I
way
don't
around.
think so. I think if
Um,
I'm not mistaken, the white women got the right to vote, and then black people in a whole got
but
the right
it
to vote
it
after.
came after white men. It
And it
came
came
after
after.
Susan B. Anthony.
Yes, 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 yes.
So there's always a process to all this stuff. And if we're ever gonna get to, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but if we're ever gonna get to the outrage for whiteface, it's gonna have to take a few steps before we get there. Nothing just happens like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true, true. And like I said earlier, I really truly think it's because of this portrayal of why he's getting this backlash. Because if it wasn't, there was no backlash when he did the white hood dude. No one said anything.
No, they didn't.
I've seen local news stations reporting on Druski. Will he be canceled? First of all, cancel culture is fake. It does not exist. It does not exist. You can say that you don't support somebody, okay, cool. But a whole group of people that's going to affect your pockets, it only ever happened successfully for what's the lady name? Chrisette Michelle. That's
Oh,
it.
do you want to hash? I don't want to go through that today.
No, 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 no. JJ,
Dude,
you may not find Druski funny, but a lot of people do. And I know that his comedy style is not accepted by a lot of people, so a lot of people aren't going to find him funny. But um going back to what you said, some people don't think the Wayans family isn't funny. Some people don't think it's funny. Some people do not find them people funny, and I don't understand why. Like I said, I find a lot of things funny. I have a kind of a morbid sense of humor. Sorry. I don't know how it became this way, but it just happened that way, you know.
all right, go back to this question. JJ asked if a man wanted to do blackface in this climate, who would be? I'm assuming a white man. Who would be the black actor to be the face and say he's cool? Oh, who would be
That's
the black
such a
actor to
broad
say
question.
he's cool?
That's a broad
Ooh,
question. So if a white actor did blackface, there has to be a black actor to accept it and say it's cool. Will Smith. I don't know.
no, I don't know if it'd be Will
I
Smith.
don't
I
know.
think it'd be Chris Rock before it'd be Will Smith.
Oh, Chris Rock would definitely. First of all, if it
It
was
would be Louis C.K. and Chris Rock would be like he cool. We
Louis
already
C.K.
seen
would
him
do the
co-sign
blackface.
Louis C.K.'s BS before.
First of
So
all, Chris Rock. I don't know if I could use that word on the while we're streaming live, but let's just say it rhymes with goon.
oh, I don't know. You know what? I don't know the old man in me don't know the precedent for saying that word, the
I don't know
raccoon word. So
anymore.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know
I don't know. You
anymore.
can't tell. You can't tell.
But you know that that's what he is. We all know that's what Chris Rock is, big time. But that's such a broad question. I think the biggest issue is that he looked and acted just like them. Even had someone's meme on his lap, and they had no idea, and that's what's making them big mad. April,
Look, he was very
Petty,
stealth.
you got a point, Petty.
Remember that? Remember that movie? Was it Lakeith Sutherland? Did where he was it? No, no, no. It was Denzel's son. The Klan movie where they infiltrated the Klan.
Klansman.
Ah, Klansman.
Hmm.
Druski could do that, but in person. If he, that's how good and convincing that makeup
I think you
was.
made a point. I think you made a point. Cause that was it was so convincing. I'm gonna watch
It
that
was.
video again when we when we
Again, I saw the dude that was like, "Whoa, is that me?" Basically,
see on
was talking about the video before I saw the Drewski video, and then when I saw the Drewski video, I thought it was that guy. Like that's how good the makeup was.
it was just too good. One more time, shout out to the makeup team. Um, JB said earlier, I don't know how long it took. I don't know how long it took either. I'm pretty sure it probably took like a good 8 to 10 hours because anytime they do makeup that good, it takes some time. I know that Elphaba on Wicked, they do makeup for like 10 to 12 hours, and she's covered in green. So, um, shout out to the makeup team one more time. You guys need a raise.
For real, they really do. But to button this conversation up, in the interest of fairness, I feel like nobody should do it. Just in the interest of fairness.
Oh, you're so
But
fair.
but
And
but
and
in the
and
interest
in
of
today's
historical
climate,
context, it's
and
not the same level.
in today's climate, it's just too sensitive. A lot of people are just extremely, extremely sensitive.
Are we more sensitive as a society?
Yes, BK. I'm not about to go into that because you said we're gonna button up this conversation on Druski. Druski, keep doing what you're doing, brother. I enjoy your comedy. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, Drewski be if there are two celebrities that be on like side missions like all the time, it's John Baptiste and Drewski. Like they
Yes,
just them two dudes just literally be everywhere all the time.
John Baptiste do be everywhere.
Every time I cut on a YouTube or a TikTok or something, he just be there. Like
Yes, that's fact.
out out of like the last 20 videos I've seen of him, I've only seen him actually drop music once in any of them. So I'm just saying. So let's move on. Let's talk about something slightly lighter. Let's keep it in the movies, and we're gonna talk about Thunderbolts because I finally seen the movie, which means we have unlocked the
Finally,
ability to talk about it on the show.
a million years later.
You
Thank
can't blame me
God. I'm not
for how
blaming you.
long it took me to watch this
I'm
movie.
not blaming you.
It took Marvel too long to put it on Disney Plus. That's on them. That's on them.
Surprisingly, that was a surprise, but maybe because it
It
was
was.
doing so good in the box office.
Was it though?
Yeah, it was doing pretty good in the box office.
Uh, I don't know. The way people look at movies and bombing now, they said it didn't do so well. At least that's
It
public
didn't bomb.
opinion.
Thunderbolts didn't bomb.
I think it's the language of how we kind of watch the bank on these movies now, which is why they say they bombed.
Oh, it's
But
because of the amount of money they spent on it and how much they made back in a short amount of time.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
they
yeah.
made like triple the amount in less than a
I
month.
don't know. You know how it is. People just looking for something. I didn't say it bombed. I said
They just
people said
scored.
it. All right. So let's talk about Thunderbolts and what I thought about this movie and what you thought about this movie. You go first because I'm gonna tell you how I would fix the MCU, but you go first.
How you gonna fix it?
Yeah, and it's only gonna take redoing two movies. But go
I
ahead.
thought shoot, I thought this was part of the refix. This is the part of the rebrand right here. Shout out to the MCU. Huge Marvel fan, as a lot of people know. If you don't know, you're about to find out. I love Marvel. Who I got on my shirt? Venom right there. Uh,
Nice Venom shirt. Nice Venom shirt.
huge fan of Marvel. Have I been disappointed these past couple of years? Yes, I actually have been a little bit disappointed these past couple of years because um the content just has not been hitting the way it should hit. I just felt like they pushed out a lot of content and they were doing more quantity over quality, and they dropped the ball on a few projects.
I
Um,
can agree with that.
for the movies side of everything, Thunderbolts is the best MCU film since Shang-Chi. Period. I enjoyed it more than I enjoyed Far From Home. I enjoyed it more than I enjoyed Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Sadness. Uh,
Don't do Doctor Strange like that.
it was the Multiverse of Sadness. The movie was so sad and dark. I
It
didn't
was a little dark though.
I didn't know whether to be scared or sad. Like it was
A
just
little, a
so
little bit of all. A little bit of
it
all.
was just so much sadness. Um, I definitely enjoyed it more than Quantumania. So I feel as though, and this is going to be spoiler alert. So if you guys haven't seen the movie, just mute the show for a little while. Um, I love when the MCU sets up a movie for the rest of the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like one of those movies that's going to be a key piece for the rest of everything.
Try not to go into Fantastic Four because I ain't seen it yet.
This Oh yeah, you're right because at the end credit scene, you're right. I almost
Mm-hmm.
forgot about that. Huge thing about the end credit scene. I said this in privately because I didn't want to for you to see it out there on the social media. But I really do. Spoiler alert! I really do think that that Fantastic Four ship that came through the portal or the
Mm-hmm.
wormhole or whatever. I think Doctor Doom is on it.
Mm.
I don't think that's the Fantastic Four on that ship. I think Doctor Doom's on that ship.
All right, that's enough for Fantastic Four. What did you think about Thunderbolts, though?
They did a really good job in putting this movie together. Action, the edit, the music behind it, the flow of the movie was almost perfect.
Mm-hmm.
There are a few gripes that I had that you and I have talked about this privately. Um, I wish we had more Sentry. I feel like they kind of rushed the Sentry part of everything. I'm not too familiar with the character Sentry outside of the movies. I got to do a little bit more of my research for the comic book cliff notes, but
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
they definitely rushed it a little bit in the Sentry. But the lead up to it, like building the Thunderbolts, getting them together. Well, the new Avengers, getting them together. All of the different callbacks, like how what's the lady name? What's her name?
Val.
Val. She bought the Avengers Tower. So it was just like so many different callbacks to previous films, um, that I really enjoyed. So overall, for my overall rating of this film, I gave it a 8.5.
That's way too high for me.
I
Uh,
know. I know. I was excited. I really love, like I said, it's one of those movies that's getting me excited for the future of MCU. Like I could see us watching future films, and it's like, oh, they showed that in Thunderbolts.
yeah, yeah, I get it. I get it.
You
I get it.
know, I feel
I
like
dig what you're putting down. I understand.
this is going to be a key piece to this next phase.
It should be. I'm gonna say this. What I liked about Thunderbolts is the action was pretty decent. It wasn't like the best of actions, but it was good.
Hmm.
Uh, some of the characters was okay. I definitely dug Yelena.
Yeah, Yelena she actually has some good character development going on.
She did. She did. What's the Captain America from the Russian Captain America name? Well, I don't know why I just slipped my mind like that. Red Guardian.
Red Guardian. Hmm.
He's cool. I like him, but I like David Harbour in like everything he's in. Just
That's
about.
the actor's name.
Yeah, yeah. He's
Hmm.
he's great. He's great. Um,
He's great.
what I didn't. Of course, I love Val because I am a Seinfeld fan, and
That's what she.
Elaine was like one of the greatest characters ever written for television. So I'm be honest, that's like one of my go to sleep shows right there. It's how I get the other side of the culture. Um, but yeah, overall, it was a great movie. The action was good, the music was good. I just didn't like how some of the things went, especially surrounding Century. So because of how they treated Century in this movie, I gotta give it like 6.5.
I was about to say 6. I knew you was about to say 6.
6.5. Um, only because the movie needed more time to cook. The story got it kind of went too fast and it was so much left. And I am a fan of not telling everybody everything and letting you figure things out for yourself. And that's what's important about the MCU is piecing things together. That's great and all. But after Captain America, I don't feel like this was like that far of a jump where it was just like that much better. It actually kind of felt like the same flow. And because it feels like the same flow, this is how I would have fixed Century in the MCU and thus fixing the MCU's problem with narratives. And I'm not a writer, a story writer, or anything like this, but I do have opinions. So listen, this is what I would have done. I would have debuted Century in Captain America.
Brave New World.
Yes, in Brave New World.
Okay.
I will have not let us actually see him,
Like
but kind of
a little hints.
yeah, sprinkle him out through every time. Like there was a quick second of downtime. You have Sam look at his phone and hear about Sentry being a better superhero than Captain America.
I like
Now we
that.
got some. Now we got some jealousy going on in there, right? So, and by the time we get to the scene where Falcon is hurt and Sam is there with Bucky at the hospital, Bucky comes in. Now we have a reason to find out that Bucky is a senator, and
That is
we've
something
already
they missed out on.
yeah, and we
Like,
we
why is
already know.
Bucky a senator?
Yeah, and we already know that Val is building this program or something. So we could have had her come through talking to Congress beforehand,
Mm-hmm.
and then Captain America telling Bucky in that scene how annoyed he is by Sentry and how something needs to be done by about him. Um, and then Bucky being like, "Well, I don't know. I'll look into it." And then he could have left. He could have left, and then we didn't hear about Bucky anymore in this movie, right? So
Mm.
then by the time we still see Sentry doing these little feats, and he's getting closer and closer to whatever Sam Wilson is doing. So then, in the scene where they're on the boat, that's what Sentry could have came and shined at. He could have came in,
Mm-hmm.
done the job. Sam is upset that he interfered, but he can't do anything about it because Sentry's Superman and he's just gone. He ain't seen him anymore. And then everything else that happened in the movie can happen the way it happened.
Okay.
Or alternatively, Sentry could have came and helped defeat the Red Hulk. Upstaging Sam,
Honestly, he really could have, but you know.
upstaging Sam,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Snap.
Now Sam's mad. But then when we come to the movie with the and then Sam's got to do the Avengers things. All that still could happen.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
then when we get to the Thunderbolts movie, now we have conflict about Sentry, but we don't know Sentry is Bob. So now everything else plays out the same exact way.
Hmm. You know what, Kevin Feige? Go ahead and hire my brother. All right?
For
He
real.
got some great
Yeah, do it.
ideas. Cause you know what? Brave New World does not connect to the rest of the MCU.
The only connection it is Sam has to put together the Avengers. But now we have Val putting together the Avengers on a whim
Yeah.
here.
So they just overstepped Sam.
We could have seen Sam show up at the end. You know what I'm saying? And then it would also be shocking that Sentry is the Void. Like that's a bigger moment now. And
Mm-hmm.
that I think that's what was missing. Like it just kind of happened.
Mm-hmm.
The world
It
didn't see
did kind of
Sentry; they
happen.
just seen the Void, and it's like okay. And I think that's my disconnect with the movie.
Okay.
Had there been more of a lead up to that, it would have been an 8 or a 9. But we didn't get that. It just kind of was, there it is. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Seeing Sam come through, like I'm starting the Avengers, not y'all at the like in the end credit scene. It could have been like 3 end credit scenes because I think it was 2, right? Was it
Three.
2?
Why would they do three?
Because we
Okay.
would have had to see Sam be upset about them starting the Avengers. Like we could have seen the start of that conflict at the end of the movie. But anyway, but
But
that's my 2 cents.
I kind of
Instantly made the movie better.
I kind of feel like they trying to make Sam Wilson like a cookie cutter type of superhero.
He is Captain America. Captain America, Superman, they are like the cookie cutter superheroes.
Yeah, but they could still have conflict. Like,
Sam's conflict in the comic, at least in that first run, is basically with the people though, because they're like not my Captain America. So he had to deal with the fact that he was the black Captain America. He was handling things primarily in his neighborhood because that's where he lived. I mean, he still does things outside of his of the hood, but primarily he in his neighborhood. Um, and then Captain Old Man Cap comes back
oh
for
man,
the shield. Oh
old.
no, he's legit old. Like when
I
he
know
turned
he's
old, yeah.
old. I know he old
So
now.
so old man Cap is working for the government and he comes back for the shield. I don't think we can ever do that at this point in the MCU. So stuff has to really change. Maybe this how we get Cap back.
We gonna see. I don't want Cat back. He old.
I don't want him
Unless he
back
gonna
either,
be like if
but
he's a
old Cap,
background character. Okay, if he's a
he
background.
would be the foil to Sam Wilson's Captain America because he doesn't come back as like super soldier Cap. He literally comes back as an old man and he's working for the government. We don't have Thunderbolt Ross anymore. He's
Mm,
locked up. So
mm.
old man Cap could be a good one movie type of ordeal. And he kind of showed he could be the Nick Fury in a sense.
Okay, I see that. I can see that. I like what you're doing here, brother. I really like what you're doing here.
Yeah, but that's my issue. I'm done. We can move on unless you
I'm
got something else to
interested.
add.
I'm interested to see. I'm really, really interested to see what the MCU is going to do after this, though, because what we got coming up next is Avengers Doomsday,
Yeah.
and that's it.
I mean, Spider-Man is right now
But that's
currently shooting.
2027, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that comes out the same year. Secret Wars come out.
Yeah. So I don't think we got anything slated. I don't know. it's a few rumors going about of who is going to be T'Challa and a few other things, but nothing substantial.
Yeah,
I'm more concerned about who's going to play Storm in the X Men.
I think DC might be taking over for the 2020s.
After the good showing of Superman, Peacemaker's doing pretty well, but Peacemaker always does well. They did
Peacemaker
well the first
did
time.
well the first season. I
Yeah.
haven't started the second season yet.
I started it. That first episode had a lot going on. It's starting to go into boys territory a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What's going on, analyst, bruh? Boy, I see you in a little
We
minute.
got we got a
Good to see
couple
you.
of
Good to see
old,
you.
we got a couple of old school viewers popping in tonight. That's making me happy. I'm low key thinking like, ooh, should we just move the time? Like,
Yeah, we might have to.
I'm just saying,
But let's put that in the win for another day.
put it in the
Um,
win, put it in the win, put it in the
we
win.
do have to move on. Because we got to talk about this.
They
The
fighting.
Epstein.
I'm sorry.
What are you watching?
I'm so sorry. Football is on.
Oh my gosh! You sure you want to change the time the way you are into this game, man?
I'm sorry. You know I love NFL football.
I'm like, yo, who fighting? Like, are you
I
street
just
watching right now?
like in the corner of my eye, I just saw like a whole bunch of flags go up. So when I turned my head, it was like it was just.
You was tripping. Um,
I'm sorry.
all
I'm
right.
sorry,
We
God. I'm
let's
sorry.
reel it back in. We got to reel it back in because we
We
got a
got
serious moment to talk about.
yes. That's why I'm trying to
Because
stop laughing. That's why I'm trying to stop laughing.
um, we got to talk about the Epstein survivors, not necessarily the Epstein files. That's a whole different conversation, kind of, but not really.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because I don't think we actually got any. I think they dropped some, but I think according to PBS, PBS.org, um, it was basically stuff we've already seen before. So nothing totally major.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's a story that's never going away, and we kind of feel like a duty of ours to bring it back around every time there's something new or something significant in it because it's not like our main focus, but this was kind of important. So
The
there was a
one
press conference.
survivor, I saw the one survivor say, "We're not waiting on the government."
Yeah, that's what I was about to get into. So there were some hearings, some survivors spoke. There was this mandate. Who was it? Ro Khanna and crap, I forgot the other senator's name, but they have this mandate that they wanted everybody to sign to release the Epstein files. Uh, the president's administration was saying that if anybody signed this, it's like an act of war. We had a few senators like Marjorie Taylor Greene, which was shocking, speak. Not only did she speak up, but she also signed that.
Marjorie is the bad belt good
Yeah,
body.
that lady.
Okay.
Yeah, she's always like opposition to this, but she signed it. We had another female senator run out of the hearing from hearing some of the testimony from some of the survivors, and I think she signed it as well. Um, is some of this political theater? Maybe we're gonna find out. But
Political theater.
yeah, but she was the way Marjorie is talking. She's like, "Yo, we're signing this. We want answers. We want you to release the files. We want to know who's in the files, and we want to protect these survivors," which is all things I can get with. But on to the press conference. So
Hmm.
you watched? Did you watch it?
I only
Any
saw
like
like
the?
a clip.
I watched quite a bit, and we're not gonna like go into like this whole deep thing about it.
It's hard for
Um,
me to watch it. It's really hard for me to watch stories like that because I know how it can impact a person of being sexually abused, assaulted, or trafficked. So
we
I
we call
try,
it pregnancy brain.
and you know, real bad pregnancy brain, and you know me. I tend to embody a lot of other people's emotions. So like
Mhm.
right now, because of the pregnancy, I try not to watch certain things because I don't want to like get overly emotional or like just have it on my heart too heavy. So I did see that clip that I just told you about, how she said that she does not want to wait. They do not want to wait for the
Yeah,
government. And I feel like that's a huge step, because waiting on the government, we could be waiting on years.
yeah.
Earlier this season, I did say, you and I, we were talking about the Epstein files, and you asked me, do you think that they'll ever come out? And I was like, maybe in 50 years. So the
I
fact,
mean, all signs pointed that way. So
all signs pointed that way, but the fact that, these survivors are they're taking control of their own lives and their own story is just really exciting to see.
yeah,
and
they definitely had a lot of confidence.
and huge confidence, and I take my hat off to them, because it's not easy to talk about assault or abuse, especially in the sexual realm.
What I noticed about the press conference was, like I said just now, a lot of confidence.
Hmm.
Um, there were the body language seemed like they're ready to fight.
Yeah, the body
Um,
language did they give that.
and the fact that they all coming together to say, "Hey, yo, listen, we all got like a list of people that we were directly used by or involved by. I don't know the correct language here, um, but they know who was in the room with them. I think in that press conference, they name dropped President Clinton, they name dropped President Trump, and somebody else they name dropped. But the fact that they're willing to say, okay, so it is a little weird that they're asking for help for President Trump, but they're also name dropping him in this one. I don't even know where to start with that.
Hmm.
But I think putting out the list, compiling the list, because they were like, it's hundreds of girls, hundreds of women that had stories to tell about this and know people who was in the room with them at the time. So this list might be really big. I don't know when it'll come out. I hope that they have several copies on top of copies and sending it all
Yeah,
over, so
send
it's
it
not
all
just in
over.
one place.
Yeah.
But what I did,
Send like one of those mass sends from the early 2000s about the Nigerian prince that wanted to give me 20K. I wanted to be like that big.
yeah, I do. So you
Let's
guys know I like a good conspiracy moment, right? You know
let's
I
do
like a
it.
good conspiracy moment.
Let's do it.
So hold on, I gotta find my. We gotta find a
Find the
button real
button.
quick.
You got to press the button. You got
So allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. Okay. As I'm watching the end of that press conference, I'm noticing planes just randomly going over, like flying really low to where it was drowning out some of the conversation. I'm not saying that they were sent that way on purpose. I don't know that. But it was awfully convenient for the planes to be flying that low, drowning out the mics. I don't know who sent them. I can't tell you that, but I just found it odd. I found it odd. Like, why y'all trying to hush them ladies like that? Like the information's already been out there.
it. Ooh, BK.
And when also when we get this next batch of information, if y'all don't put nothing new in it, government people, put something new in it, please. We're tired of seeing the rehash of the same thing. You did this in February, and now you partially did it this time. No, I have not seen what's in the files myself. That's a lot. 30,000. We ain't got no team, man.
Yeah.
We ain't got no
You
team.
need- Listen, I need people on my team to read that, because I don't have the patience. 30,000 pages?
That is a lot. That is a lot. But shout out to the survivors. Um, we wish y'all well. We support you.
Yes. Yes.
And for the ladies who haven't found the
We
courage to come
commend
out,
you for
yeah, we
your
definitely commend you.
confidence.
Absolutely. And for the ladies that haven't come out, take your time.
Take your time.
Take your time.
Take
You
your
don't
time.
have to if you don't want to.
Time. You can write it down on something, have it locked away, in the day that you leave this earth, and have it unlocked. You can do it that way if that's what you want to do.
So before we end this, allegedly,
Oh, it's
who
white.
who 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 else you think is in the files?
Who do I think is in the files?
Who else? Yeah, I kind of want to know.
Well, everybody that was, you remember that fake list that was released what in 2020? I think everybody that was on that fake list is on this actual list. For the people that committed the assault though, allegedly, um I think it's going to be a lot of people in power. I definitely think Bill Clinton's on there. Unfortunately, I hate to be the person to say this, and he's literally one of my favorite performers, musicians of all time, and is Michael Jackson. I think he's on there.
Mm,
I really do think he's a part of it. Like, there's a piece of me that's like, he's gonna be on there. Um, we already know the orange blob is there.
yeah.
Like, that's no surprise there. Um, and it was this other guy, but I forgot his name. Oh, I do know his name, Jeff Bezos. I think he's
Oh, you think?
first of all, allegedly.
I just
First
wanted to
of
say that one more
all,
time.
Amazon started in a garage back in like 2006 or something. I didn't know that
Hmm.
at first.
Yeah, yeah.
2006.
Most of these places have like humble create beginnings.
Where did you Now, I know a lot of small business people. I know a lot of small business people. And I know a lot of people that are still having their small business after 5 to 10 years. What are they doing to get this funding?
I think with him, it was around the time. uh, it was timing for him.
Yeah, think.
Yeah, I think he was just in a really good spot. And by the time I think he was on the island though. I didn't. He's probably in the flight logs for sure. Um, yo, JB, Red Guardian is a child trafficker, bro.
He probably left the stream and just is watching the stream from that point.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's why I didn't even say anything because I've been seeing the comments pop up and my eyes just keep on getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Like,
I don't know. I will say it's probably a lot of fashion moguls
hmm
on their list.
one just passed. Giorgio Armani. I think he on there.
Giorgio Armani passed. I
Yeah,
didn't
he
even know he
passed
was
today.
still. I didn't even know he was still around. I don't know
Me
why I said
neither.
that like a shot.
Me neither.
We got to end this show
Them
before we get
people.
ourselves in some trouble or something.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not about to say nobody else. You're right.
But Michael though, I hope not. I
I
hope not.
hope not, but like he was job powerful, and then like his death is still so questionable to me. Like it's just
I think it'd be remiss for us not to say that just because you're on the list doesn't mean you actually did anything.
right. That's true.
But
That's true.
what some of these girls are women are alleging, and some of the stuff that's come out in just Ghislaine's Maxwell testimonies and court case, we're probably in for a really good solid 10 Hulu Netflix documentaries about this. So go ahead and get ready. It's about to be real in a few months.
It's gonna get real, and I'm ready for it. I'm ready to watch it all.
In fact, there's already one out from a few years back. I can't remember the name of
The
it. It
Jeffrey
was on
Epstein
Netflix.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already watched it. You already know I already watched that joint. Pissed me
Yeah.
off,
So,
clean off, but I already watched that.
yeah, I got a few more we gotta watch. But we gotta end the show. First
Oh
and
my
foremost,
god. Yes, we do. Sorry.
I want to thank everybody for coming through. We had a good time. Thank you. Like seriously, the student section, aka the comment section, is always it's been really good since we started doing these lives.
I
So I'm
love it.
glad you guys came around.
I love
Um,
it.
Novocaine, let them know what they need to do for us before they dip out.
Like, share, subscribe, leave comments, share the videos with your friends, your family. Any BK has been really, really great at posting like the little IG reels and the YouTube shorts. Share it with your family and friends. We love the interaction. Shout out to TikTok because we piss y'all off the most. Um,
True, true. But right here on this other site that we are currently streaming on
but
in
you
two places, they yeah, I didn't want to say I didn't want to
oh,
antagonize the
sorry.
people, but they kind of put us on a silence once or twice here too.
Yeah,
So
it's because we talk the realness. They be mad. They want us to be one of those podcasts that just scream at each other about relationship issues and stuff that don't really matter. So
true, true, true,
they're
true.
like, oh, it's a black man and a black woman. They should be just going head to head, and we don't want to push their content. But
To be fair, some of the content you guys have pushed. I'm not saying
they
they don't
did.
push all of it, but
They
there
did.
has been like 3 or 4 videos that kind of got
They try to
suppressed.
they try to silence us.
Yeah,
Thank you guys so much for all of the support. Like, share, subscribe, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram,
good pod,
TikTok, Good
TikTok.
Pods, everywhere. We're everywhere. Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We still on iHeart too.
I do believe so. iHeart
We are.
and the Amazon one
Yeah,
and a few
we
other
did.
places.
Wherever you find your podcast, come see us. We love you
And
guys.
don't forget, we now have a website again, and that website is
Yes.
www.societyandpopculture101.com.
Thank you. Another one. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. So go over there. We're gonna add some stuff to it. Um, we got some really cool stuff coming up in the future. So pay attention to the website. Stay tuned there. I promise we will get around to updating and make sure it's the cleanest, most perfect uh experience you can have on the podcast website. I'm working on it.
Yes.
Guaranteed you get the BK instructor BK guarantee that it will be. Anyway, I have been instructor BK Space.
I'm instructor Novocaine.
Thank y'all for coming out. We love you. Take it easy. Enjoy the rest of the night and your football.